When did they eat? They ate, right, on November 1st, the Day of the Dead. Did they chat together? Yes, they chatted together. Who chatted together? The families, of course. The families chatted together. When did they chat together? Yes, November 1st, the Day of the Dead. And people laughed and smiled. In the United States, cemeteries are always somber. Are cemeteries happy in the United States? No, 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 never. Cemeteries aren't happy in the United States. Cemeteries are always somber, sad and serious. Are cemeteries serious in the United States? Yes, yes they are. In the United States, cemeteries are always somber. They are always serious. In the United States, are cemeteries somber or are cemeteries happy? Somber, right? Cemeteries are always somber in the United States. Was the cemetery somber in Guatemala? No, no, it wasn't somber in Guatemala. The cemetery wasn't somber in Guatemala. But in the United States, cemeteries are always somber. Are cemeteries always somber in Guatemala or in the United States? In the United States, cemeteries are always somber. Where are cemeteries always somber? The United States, that's right. In the United States, cemeteries are always somber. Are they happy? No, no. They are always somber. Cemeteries in the United States are always somber. Very, very somber. We certainly never have festivals or parties next to graves. Do we have parties next to graves? No, we don't. We don't have parties next to graves. Do we ever have parties next to graves? No, we never have parties next to graves. Do we ever have parties in restaurants? Yes, yes, we have parties in restaurants. But we never have parties next to graves. Do we ever have parties in houses? Yes, yes, we do. We have parties in houses. But we never have parties next to graves. Do we ever have parties next to graves? No, never. We never have parties next to graves. Where do we never have parties? Next to graves. We never have parties next to graves. Do we ever? No, never. We never have parties next to graves. Not ever. Never. We don't laugh or play music or fly kites in cemeteries either. Do we laugh in cemeteries usually? No, we don't. We don't laugh in cemeteries. Where don't we laugh? In cemeteries. That's right. Okay. I found that I preferred the Guatemalan approach. Did I find that I preferred the American approach? Or did I find that I preferred the Guatemalan approach? Well, the Guatemalan approach. I found that I preferred the Guatemalan approach. Did I find that I preferred the American approach? No, I didn't. I didn't find that I preferred the American approach. I found that I preferred the Guatemalan approach. Which approach did I prefer? I preferred the Guatemalan approach. Did I prefer the American approach? No. Who preferred the Guatemalan approach? Me, AJ, right? I preferred the Guatemalan approach. I found that I preferred the Guatemalan approach. I liked the way they remembered and celebrated those who had passed away. Did they celebrate those who were alive? No, they didn't celebrate those who were alive. They celebrated those who had passed away. Did they celebrate those who had passed away? Or those who had become rich? They celebrated those who had passed away. Who celebrated those who had passed away? Guatemalans, right? Guatemalans celebrated those who had passed away. When did they celebrate those who had passed away? On the Day of the Dead, November 1st. On the Day of the Dead, November 1st, they celebrated those who had passed away. Who celebrated? The Guatemalans. The Guatemalan families celebrated. Who did they celebrate? They celebrated those who had passed away. I liked that they acknowledged death instead of denying it the way Americans do. Who liked that they acknowledged death? Yeah, me, AJ, right? Me, AJ. I liked that they acknowledged death. Did they acknowledge money? Or did they acknowledge death? They acknowledged death. What did they acknowledge? Death. They acknowledged death. Who acknowledged death? Guatemalans, right? Guatemalans acknowledged death. Did they acknowledge death, or did they acknowledge money? They acknowledged death instead of denying it. Who denies death? Americans, right? Americans deny death. Do Guatemalans deny death? No, not Guatemalans. Guatemalans don't deny death. Americans deny death. Do I like that Americans deny death? No, I don't. I don't like it. I don't like that Americans deny death. But I like that there is life, as well as death, in Guatemalan cemeteries. I liked that. Did I like their cemeteries? Yes, I liked their cemeteries. What did I like? Their cemeteries, Guatemalan cemeteries. I liked Guatemalan cemeteries. Did I like Guatemalan cemeteries? Or did I like Guatemalan restaurants? I liked Guatemalan cemeteries. Whose cemeteries did I like? Guatemalans, right? Guatemalan cemeteries. I liked the Guatemalans' cemeteries. Guatemalans' cemeteries. Whose cemeteries did I like? The Guatemalans' cemeteries. I liked the Guatemalans' cemeteries. Guatemalans call it the Day of the Dead, but it is also a day to appreciate life. Okay, that is all for this mini story. This was a very slow and soft mini story. So this mini story is good for beginning level learners. For intermediate learners, for advanced learners, I use many stories that are much faster and more difficult. But this mini story is for beginners. Okay, see you next time. Bye-bye.